I gotta stop buying high points. But it's hard. You see them sitting there on the auction sites, in the stores, and it's just like you go to a dog shelter and you see those poor puppies just sitting there and nobody wants them, and they're looking and they're like, we can be good guns, we can fire accurately and be reliable, and we may not be the best looking things, but we deserve a chance too. And you bring one home, and then you bring another one home, and before you know it, you got all kinds of high points around. But ended up with a oops, saved on 45 JHP. This thing is even bigger and clunkier than the C9. I mean, I know it should be because it's a 45, but I mean, it is a chunkin' difference. I mean, I guess it doesn't look like that much there, but anyway, so 45, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but we'll do something with it. And this one was an absolute pig of a mess when I got it. It looked like somebody had tried to pound it through drywall. Once I disassembled it, it doesn't look like it had ever been disassembled before. The feed ramps on it, I don't know if you probably can't see in there. I changed camera lenses, hoping that focus is a little better. But the feed ramps on it don't look like they've seen any very much wear or use at all. This is an old boy, B Miller, and it's a C9, but it's a C9 comp. It's got a factory 4-inch barrel, which is a 1/2-inch extension, and then the compensator marked high point right on both sides. On it, I saw it and couldn't pass it up. So it showed up. I'll have some pictures. I'll try to intersperse some pictures here. It was atrociously dirty. I'm just unbelievably dirty. But it cleaned up really nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but again, we'll do something with it. Side project from recently. You saw the white demo a few weeks ago. This one is getting close to a finished version. Some of the things I was thinking of, I have done. The handguard was anodized gold. What I did was tape off the inside of the handguard, which was a royal pain, but what that allowed was to Cerakote the outside white, and anywhere that you see inside the handguard, the inside surface of the handguard is still anodized gold and gives a really good effect. I'm happy with that. The barrel is stainless. I'm going to polish that. There are flutes on the barrel. I don't know if I'm going to color fill those or what I'm going to do with it. I don't know what I'm going to do for a muzzle end. I put this cheap red dot on it just because it kind of looked space gunny, and the more I build this, the more it ends up looking like an AR space gun. So we'll see where we go. Got decent parts on it. The white paint turned out really well. Some details like the like the dust cover turned out really well, because I don't want to go over the top with the gold. It can easily just become distracting. So I'm working on bringing some black elements in to offset that a bit with the stock and the grip, and we'll leave the dot black. The hand stop is it's too gold. On this one, we'll probably fill the holes, paint those white. Maybe the rest section there white. Got to do something to tame the gold a bit, but this is really getting there. I like the way it's going. Didn't see anything particularly interesting or different about the Geisley lower. It seemed just like all the other lowers. It did take the white inside really well. It looks good, especially once I get a trigger group in there. Yeah, nice and clean, and I like the light colors on the inside of the guns, just because it makes it look nice and clean inside. So that is an ongoing project, but making progress there. What else do we got? We need to get to the upper lapping of the barrel mating surfaces. So give me a second, and we will take a look at that. All right, I think this lens is going to be too narrow. Need something just a little bit wider. But anyway, let's take a look at this. Just got a 3D printed handguard there. Let's get the muzzle end piece off. I don't think I have the gas block installed. Man, get it off. There we go. And oh, what the heck? So I guess the barrel or the gas block is installed, but the barrel isn't. So whatever. We'll get this off here. Maybe. Oh, we got the. Let's get the upper separated first, because we got the BCG sitting in there. All right, so this is an arrow lower, arrow lower, and narrow upper, and arrow BCG, and silencer code, charging handle. So I think it's a decent setup, and stick that back there. Yikes. Okay, so and now we're down to an upper. You can see got a black factory face on this. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to look. This is the first forged upper that I've taken a look at with the lapping tool. So let's see what we got there. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on the front part just to keep it sliding nice and smooth against the new upper, and see if she goes in. She goes in really, really nicely. Okay, so get a little lapping compound and put it right on the edge of the tool where the action is going to be. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do this by hand at first. You feel there's some grittiness, some grit sound, which is exactly what we want because we're going at it with a 220 grit lapping compound. And you know what? I think this is going to end up really quick because it feels like it's not taking a lot of material off, and it feels like it's completely lined up, which is nice. That's a happy surprise. All right, you see just about a minute or so with that, and wipe this off. See what it looks like. And we have barely touched the surface of that anodizing. So we're gonna have to get a little bit more aggressive with it, and add a little bit more lapping compound, and reinstall. And this time we're going to put a little power to it. Doing it backwards. There we go. Okay, I just got it on the lowest speed, just a regular drill on the lowest speed, and let's see what we do here. Just a slight amount of pressure. We don't have this in a block or anything. The mandrel of the lapping tool is going to keep everything nice and square. You'll see some wobble, especially at the end of the upper. That's just because this drill's been beat to hell and it's not square. But the Brownell's tool is nice and square. Looks fine. Switch directions just to keep things interesting. We'll switch directions one more time. And we'll see what that looks like. Oh yeah, we definitely see something now. So, what do we see? Okay, so we are not through the anodization all over, but we do have a line around the bottom here and not around the outside here, so there is a little bit of squareness that we are lacking. So let's give it another go. All right, let's try it again. Apply a little bit of pressure against the tool. Let's switch directions. One more time. You'll see it tried to grab a couple times there. We're getting through the initial anodization, or the top level of the anodization, and that gave a nice hard surface at the start, which is what you want on the rest of the item. And Okay, we are almost there. You can see it is, we got the shiny reflective part going from here all the way down from about 12 o'clock to about 7 o'clock. All right, little interruption, back to it. Let's give it one more round and I think we'll be good. And once more clockwise. And yes, we are there with this one. Get all the lapping compound out. Take a look. Okay, we have a reflective bit all the way around the surface right now. So that means we have gone down to the level that everything is square with the bore, or where the barrel face is square with the bore of the upper, which is what we wanted. It wasn't too far off, but every little bit makes a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and reassemble this and get it off the bench and take a look at a new billet upper and see what that looks like. All right, let's see what we got here. This is a brand new billet upper. Yep, looks like a new billet upper. Oh, a couple. Look at that! Ding right out of the bag. Doesn't matter. We're going to be Cerakoting it, but anyway, let's give it. This feels dry, so let's give it a little bit of lubricity here, and let's also load up the tool with some lapping compound. And let's do a preliminary fit. First of all, question, does it go in? It does. Look at that. Okay, that's a good start. Let's see what this looks like. Little chatter of the mandrel against the inside of the upper. No big deal. Ooh, don't like that sound. Come on. Alright, we'll see what we look like here. Okay, so first thing we notice is that we are already through and down to clean metal in parts. The anodization of the arrow upper was definitely thicker and or harder than what we've got here. But you can see we go from about 11 o'clock until about 6 o'clock right now. So it's a good place to start. Add a little bit more compound and see what we see. And distribute some of that compound around a bit. And see what we got here. Sorry. And battery the drill. Come on. All right, let's see. We're getting a line right there on the mandrel. So that chatter's coming from somewhere just at the end of the upper. It's extremely minor and not even an issue, but oh yeah, okay, look. We've got it all the way around already. There is a line of fresh metal, freshly exposed metal at least. Get all that lapping grit out of there. Definitely don't want that around. But yeah, this one is nice and square already. Very quick and easy, especially since we didn't have to go through the harder anodization of the arrow upper. So we're looking pretty good with this one. Not as bad as the other one that I had that I could not get the mandrel in. Was exactly the same as this. Same lot, same company. I don't have any explanation for that other than somebody just wasn't paying attention at the CNC, I guess. But yeah, so that's it. It's a good tool. Definitely something to have if you're going to be making ARs with any kind of regularity. Tool cleanup is important, and get this put all cleaned up, oiled back up and put away, and we will go on from there. So on to the next steps. I will see you guys next video.